Can I be headphones there?
I'm gonna think in the middle. Where should
Maybe the bottom mic.
Yeah, let me put this one behind. What it is, for the angle, it's a bit weird for the camera because you're gonna be looking at this camera, but this will be on you. If you know what I mean. So it look like you're just looking. You look like you're looking away. Look at the camera. Yeah. That will be in shot, and it wouldn't really look.
But can I be picked up by the mic?
You could be picked up, but I'm trying to think. Maybe you can sit there and I can just move it. Generally trying to think because this picks up everything, whereas this can zoom in indirectly. It's the mic. I don't want it to not look presentable, but I can easily. But then let me see. It's okay. Wait, we can do this. If I just do this. Yeah, yeah. Wait. That is. This from the back now. Now we can press record everything for you.
Okay. Is that okay? Oh, just tighten up. That's it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, let me restart this.
restart it for me, please. Oh, thank you. Yep, I can see.
Recording, making sure mic one. Yep, recording. Everything's recording.
Okay.
Intro, outro.
Hello, and welcome to Divine Enigma, the podcast that dives deep into the challenges and triumphs of challenging a fulfilling career with a thriving side hustle. We're your guides to navigating the modern workplace whilst building your dream life. I'm your host, and I'm so thrilled to have you join us today. We've got an episode packed with insights, strategies, and real talk to help you level up in both your professional and entrepreneurial journeys. Now, before we dive in, I have a small favor to ask. Creating this podcast takes a lot of time and energy, and every bit of support helps me keep it going and growing. If you're enjoying the show, 5-star rate, comment on Apple Podcasts or Spotify can make a significant difference in helping new listeners discover us. Your support is invaluable in our growth journey. And if you're also watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss an episode. Want to show your appreciation more? You can even buy me a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee page. It's a simple way to support the show directly and helps cover production costs. Together, we can build an incredible community for ambitious professionals like you. Thank you for your support. It means more than you know. Now, let's get started. I want to let our audience members know about the 6 week coaching program that I'll be offering for people who are neurodivergent, or you don't have to be, you can be neurotypical, who want to improve their career prospects in general, and or those who want to get into project management. I mentioned this previously in episodes before, but I just want to make the time to offer it up again for those looking for help in those areas of their life, as it's a great way to learn new skills to help you advance in your career. I'm also offering support to people who want to pass the Prince 2 practitioner exam or other project management exams I've taken and I've failed a few times. And I would like to help others show you how I pass. I've also launched my membership, Neuroenigma, in which you get a supportive community, career opportunities. I think it stopped, sorry. I don't know what happened there, but keep it from a Neuroenigma, and I'll just start from that. Yeah, I'll just start from Neuroenigma, and then I'll just.
Sorry, because it's backwards to me. I don't even.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, look, I don't even know which.
Okay,
Trying
Enigma. I can probably edit all this.
So from here, you said.
Go up a bit. Go down actually, because go down, a bit more down, down. Yeah, keep going down. Sorry, that's it. Stop. Yeah, yeah,
From here.
yeah. Go up, down a bit. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So just start from it. Neuro Enigma, in which you can get a supportive community career and business mentorship, monthly group coaching calls, networking opportunities, mental health well-being days, and unlimited body doubling sessions. And we're also going to be having UK and very soon international meetups. I'm also working with the British Dyslexia Association and Lexic, one of the UK's biggest neurodivergency organisations, to ensure our members get free full neurodiversity assessments accredited with an educational psychologist or doctor. So if this sounds like you're interested or you like to learn more, please reach out to me directly to talk more about the membership. Please follow me on all platforms where you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening to Divine Enigma. And if you got to the end, this is a safe place for project managers and professionals, side hustlers, business owners to give you the tools and tips on how to navigate the complexity of being neurodiverse in the workplace. I'll see you soon. Can I do the last bit one more time? Because I kind of like, I think.
I am impressed though.
Okay.
Normally people would take
Oh, okay.
ages to do a little bit. You just went through the whole thing. I was like, oh my.
Yeah, because I'm a trained journalist, so I'm using it.
Okay.
But like, I'm not happy with the last bit. I just want it to be the outro, and then I think I'd be. If I do it one more time, I think I'd be perfect. And then, because I think what happened is it kind of stopped. It kind of threw me off a little.
Yeah.
I could get thrown off, but I could get back onto myself again. But yeah.
That's the only thing as well.
Yeah.
It stopped. I don't know why it always does that. I need to look into that.
So where it goes to outro, just start from there, and then I'll just do the last bit, and I think I'll be okay. And at least I've got a good chance that when I send it to my editor, he's going to be okay with it. Okay.
So everything's still recording. Outro. Take two. I'll do it. Give yourself time.
intro? I think you just click something by accident.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it. It's very fiddly, isn't it? I just want to let our audience members know about the 6-week coaching program that I'll be offering for people who are neurodivergent and who want to improve their career prospects in general, or those who want to get into project management. You could also be not neurodivergent too. I mentioned this earlier in previous episodes, but I want to make the time to offer it up to those looking for help in those areas in their life, as it's a great way to learn new skills to help you advance in your career. I'm also offering my support to people who want to pass the Prince 2 practitioner exam or other project management exams, as I've taken and failed the test a few times, and I would like to help others by showing them how I passed. I also launched my membership, Neuro in Egma, in which you get a supportive community, career and business mentorship, monthly group coaching calls, networking opportunities, mental health well-being days, and unlimited body doubling sessions, and UK and very soon international meetups. I'm also working with the British Dyslexic Association and Lexic, one of the UK's biggest neurodiversity organisations, to ensure our members get free full neurodiversity assessments, accredited with an educational psychologist or doctor. So if this sounds like you're interested to learn more, please reach out to me directly to talk more about the membership. Please follow me on all platforms where you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening to Divine Enigma. And if you got to the end, this is a safe place for project managers, professionals, side hustlers, and anybody who's looking to navigate the complexity of being neurodiverse in the workplace and the corporate space. I'll see you next time. It kind of stopped, but I just
Okay.
improvise. Yeah, improvise is fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Are you
fine.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just improvised. I
Sorry
just had
about
to
that.
remember it.
After all of that.
Because if you kept doing it, yeah. But I just thought I'll just do my own thing at the end,
Okay.
so you probably didn't notice.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that time. We stopped recording,
Yeah.
intro and outro.
Okay, I'll just find out where.
Yeah, so let me just edit.
Okay, it's 20 minutes past. Let me find out when she is.
Yeah, because
Time is
we have someone else.
someone else.
Yeah, like directly after you guys.
Hey, Akria, how far away? Okay. There's someone directly after me to use the studio. So do you know what time you might get here? Are you far away? Are you a few minutes away? schedule. I'm already in the studio, so I can't really reschedule. Okay. All right. We're just gonna have to have a very, very short episode because I don't know how. It sounds like you're like more than like 20 minutes away. Okay. Just whenever you get here, let me know because I don't. Yeah. Just let me know when you get here. All right. Then. Thanks. Bye. I told this lady these times. I should have lied. I should have just told her it was 6 o'clock. That's what I should have done. Because sometimes you tell people the truth and you think they're going to be here, but if you lie, then
I should have said like it's 4 o'clock or something. Oh, I'm
yeah,
outside. Yeah,
I should have lied.
that's what I normally do. But it's worse because I know that person that's not.
Yeah, I should have lied. I should have lied. I should have told her it was six
Yeah,
o'clock.
I feel like unless you're coming with them,
Yeah.
because we have it all the time. We have it all the time, and it's
Mm.
for us. It's kind of on both sides because it's like you don't have much time, but then we have like someone directly after, so it's like ticking. Yeah, it's kind of hand in hand, which is those annoying them. But yeah, we have so many people that they'll come in, their client. I remember one client didn't come. They thought it was the day, like the next day
Yeah.
afterwards, and we were like, they were like, no, it's today, and they were like, oh my days, I'm so sorry. And I literally had to cancel the whole entire. Yeah, it was just yeah. Like unless you're coming with them,
Yeah.
yeah, you tell them. You have to tell them
Next time I'm gonna lie.
hours. Yeah, you have to tell them hours in advance. Like if it's if it's soon at 7, you say 5:30 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they do come when, say if we do
I was tempted
shoot,
to lie, but I thought, oh no, she'll definitely come.
come yeah.
And then that's what I normally do. I just thought, let me give this person the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm trying to think how I can do this now.
Yeah.
Because already there's 25 minutes into my time that's been eaten. I've done my introduction
An outro.
and my outro. I haven't got a planned podcast, but I'm just trying to think
What can you use this time?
what can I do to use this time effectively. Okay, let me think so that
Yeah.
I can
You
try.
let me know. I'll be here.
I can try and wing something. What can I do? Normally I'm quite prepared and I kind of have a script in my head, but I think what we were going to talk about is LinkedIn.
Okay.
And how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, and personal branding. But just trying to think how I've optimized my LinkedIn profile for personal branding.
That's very interesting. You say that because that's exactly what I'm trying to do myself. My
Okay.
LinkedIn, I'm trying
I
to
can try.
push myself out on LinkedIn. My dad was helping me partly, but yeah,
Okay.
because the industry he does, and I just
Let me win something. I don't know what I'm gonna
okay.
do, and I'll just talk to the.
Just talk to them. Could be like, hey guys, this episode is a bit.
I don't know how many episodes I've done.
Oh.
But like and it started off with just doing it in my front room.
Front room, yeah.
And now I'm like, let me try and do it.
Okay, so with this one, I'm just.
Okay.
Would you want a camera on you or like a side angle as well, or?
I can pick both, innit?
Yeah. So
So
I'll have this one then.
So
Would you want left or right, or you wouldn't not?
I'm not bothered. I'm gonna just try and talk to the camera and just wing it as much as I can today. Hopefully it'll come up with a decent episode. I'm very good at doing things in a crisis.
Okay.
How's it been at ADHD? Okay, let's.
Let me start.
Okay, let me just.
Yeah. So recording, roadcaster.
Hello.
Recording, ATEM is recording. stop. It's okay. It's okay. That's bad. Where did the kids are? Is she downstairs or she's lost? She's in Grove Park. Grove Park. Do you want to? Do you want to call Callum and ask him what to do, or because I wouldn't even know what to do at this point. I can call him because I said there's someone after you guys, and I don't know. And of course, after you guys, I was going home, and of course he was coming in. So I don't know the time after I just know you guys were my last clients, and then I was yeah. I was gonna go home. So I'll call him. I'll call him and see what the best thing to do is. And yeah, but yeah. Yeah, let me go. scheduled, but she can book for another booking for yeah, book for another can book for another booking for another date or time.
Well,
So
she said she's on the next stop, so
okay,
we literally have like 20 minutes,
yeah,
and then after that, that's it.
yeah,
And I don't like it when I rush podcasts like
yeah,
that. I prefer, but we'll try not to make it look too rushed.
okay.
I don't know what footage you got there. Maybe that will maybe some of that will have to probably be cut because it's not really. I haven't really tried to do this fully. Um,
So you're just gonna go the 20 minutes then.
so she's not even here yet,
So
so
50.
maybe 15 minutes. um, and he said if I booked.
Wait, he's calling me. Hello? Yo, yeah. I'm here speaking to her now. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, she's trying to figure out what she wants to do basically. Pardon me? Where is it? Like Catford, isn't it? But yeah, that's what we were thinking because like we were thinking 20 minutes, but the guest isn't here. It's probably 15 minutes max, maybe 10 minutes. And yeah, and of course, as I was saying, got a client next. I don't, and of course, you're gonna be coming back, and of course, I need to go because I still got gym in Bromley, and then still got to go all the way back to Streatham, which is like another 4 hours for me. So of course, leaving would be the best. But yeah, so we're trying to figure out what to do, basically. Okay, I'll let you know. Uh, yeah.
Hello. Okay. Just ring the buzzer. The production manager's coming down to let you in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
the toilet. She's coming. Yeah. Oh, is she there? Sorry. Is she there? I know you can't.
Hi. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about the delay.
It's okay. Just try to make yourself as comfortable as possible. I'm just gonna go over here.
Okay,
And you can put your mic on airplane mode or switch it off so that you don't get any. Could you hold them? Okay.
video and audio.
Yes.
Oh no, I know. Sometimes it's just like an audio, so that's good.
Then
to
we'll
know.
have it on Zoom. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I can see it, but it's nice. Lovely, lovely to see you.
Okay. Lovely to see you. Take your time. Okay, all right. We've only got like 15 minutes just to ask.
Let's go. You
Ask
ask what you want to
questions.
ask.
I'm gonna park you. Can you
Yeah, just me.
Oh, right, okay.
Could you kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah
rearrange.
rearrange everything?
Have you done all your intro and exit bits?
I've done that already. So just waiting for you.
Okay.
Literally waiting for you. That was it. Everything's all been organised.
Amazing.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay.
I did tell you this is a studio. Like,
You did, but like, I wasn't prepared.
oh gosh. All right.
For like the seriousness? Okay.
Okay.
I'm good. Where do you want me to look just so I know?
So that camera is angled directly at you, but that's for the viewers and everyone.
Mm.
Of course, you can look.
Can I look at Sarah?
Yeah,
You can look at me. Okay. And then you're gonna let me know when you're gonna start recording, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
If you can both just have a quick conversation. So I can see the
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So, Korea, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
How have you been?
Wow, it's been a while since the last one. Yeah.
It's been a long, long
Yeah.
time. I don't think we've actually seen each other in person. I think it's the first
I
time.
feel
I've
like,
actually-
yeah, you know.
It's the first time I've seen you in person.
Okay, yeah.
Are we ready to record?
Yeah, so when you're ready, I'm gonna press record.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for coming to Divine Enigma. It's been difficult. Haven't you always had hiccups? But we'll try and make this as relaxing as possible for this podcast episode. And you wanted to come on my podcast to discuss about how to optimize your LinkedIn. This podcast, as you know, is on neurodiversity in the workplace and how to navigate that. And I think it's quite key to have somebody, I believe you're sort of neurodivergent yourself, that can advise other neurodivergent people or individuals on how they can optimize their LinkedIn profile. So talk about, first of all, introduce yourself, tell us a little about who you are, what you do, and then we'll go into a bit more about LinkedIn and how we can optimize it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Sarah. I really appreciate that. So I am a career account and I am a LinkedIn and career coach. I came into LinkedIn coaching about 2 months ago, but I've actually been on LinkedIn for like 4.5 years, like using it day in, day out. I'm neurodivergent, so I have dyslexia and dyscalculia. And having dyslexia on LinkedIn has been a challenge. It's been something that I struggled with and overcome. But I encourage everyone out there who is neurodivergent to really think about what works for them, and to really think about getting over their fears, because actually most people don't read your post like line by line as you might think, and they actually skim read. So it's really important for us to think about our message and really be focused on actually sharing our value and our stories and all the expertise that we have.
Okay, so why LinkedIn, and why is LinkedIn so important? Because I know a lot of people are quite scared of using LinkedIn.
So LinkedIn is a gold mine. Like, there's so much opportunity out there. It's not only for business, for career development, and if you have an optimized profile, you can attract opportunities even as you work. So even if you are in an employed role, you can have the open to work on silently and still be like attracting speaking opportunities or mentoring or whatever else you're interested in.
Okay, so you mentioned about the top non-negotiable elements that everyone should have on a LinkedIn profile. What are those non-negotiables, and explain why they're important?
Okay, so there are 5 key areas. One's the profile photo, so having a nice profile photo that makes you look confident and you feel represented. The second is having a strong headline that includes clearly like what your job title is, but also any other kinds of.
Don't worry, that's just okay. We want to be natural in this podcast, so carry on.
Okay, yes. Any other kinds of positions that you want to kind of like attract people to or let them know about. As I said, open to work, so you can have that on silently. You don't have to have the green ring around your face. If you have that on silently, recruiters and other people who are interested can get in touch with you. Having a custom link. So custom link is quite important and quite niche. So that is basically, you could have your name Sarah or my name Akua as your link. But if you are more creative, you could have something that is related to your work or related to your business, and that's like a really nice way to advertise what you do before they even like look at your profile. And the final thing is having a really nice custom banner.
Okay. I know that we have the whole thing about personal branding, and we've got to brand ourselves and things like that. But what I'm finding is some neurodivergents, or even people just generally, might find that you're bragging or you're self-promoting yourself, or it's just a bit too much. How do you kind of encourage people to embrace that whole idea of personal branding? Because sometimes I find it quite I don't know how to say this, but like cringe, cringy sometimes. Yeah.
So I really think that's about us embracing like who we are as people, and embracing that what you've done is a fact. It's a win. It's something that you're proud of. And actually, if you don't speak to it, then you can't expect others to. And actually, you're your best advocate. So actually, you're not doing yourself any favors if you don't actually just state the facts and say how great you are, because you are great. Everyone out there, by the way. Who said it?
And what about people who already have a LinkedIn? What could they do to kind of make their profile, good, from a good profile to like a great profile in terms of attracting opportunities? Because I know there's some people they might say, oh, well, I'm on LinkedIn, but I'm not getting much traction. What can I do to make it a lot better? What do you think could be the issue, or the typical issue you might see that someone may have a LinkedIn profile, but they're just not getting the attraction they want?
Yeah, so I would say that a lot of the time they're not using their featured section effectively. So the featured sections where you can pin like your achievements, your awards, and things that you're proud of. So I would say with your featured section, you should go for 3 things. You should have, like, if you've won an award, pin that on there. If you've done some kind of training course, pin that on there. And if you've done, any kind of like speaking or any public kind of work, then have those 3 elements pinned to your profile so that everyone can see these things.
Okay. And what about people who feel a bit uneasy about having a LinkedIn profile because maybe they're worried about what their boss might see about them, or they might be thinking about, oh, what's that person doing on LinkedIn? And they might be afraid of spying, because I feel like LinkedIn is another form of social media, but it's just like the corporate form of social media, I feel that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think with that aspect, you have to decide how you want to approach LinkedIn. and also depending on your work circumstances. So you can decide to be an employee, work on an employee ambassador. That's someone who's actually like going, if they're proud of the company, they're talking about the company, they're kind of embracing it and doing all that stuff. And if they're not so comfortable, then it's more about just like having the facts about like where you work and a couple of bits of information about, you know, what you're doing and what you want to attract in the future by using the open to work silently.
Okay. All right then. And your background is that you've worked in the civil service, so you're quite similar to me because I work in the civil service. And you moved away from civil service work to now being an entrepreneur. And I find that quite interesting because I find a lot of people who are civil servants don't tend to have that ambition. They're quite comfortable, like you know what I mean.
I hear you. I see you. Yeah.
They just have this comfort because you know I'm in the civil service. There's nothing more I need to do. So, what made you move away from that? I guess comfortability because you were an IT project manager. I'm a project manager as well. So we both come from similar backgrounds in terms of like our career backgrounds. But you've moved into entrepreneurship. Why? What? How did you do that? And what was the? I guess the ignition that made you want to go right. I don't want to be that FE civil servant. I want to be like I want to be my own boss and work for myself. Yeah.
So one of the drivers that made me want to explore entrepreneurship was actually like the number of private sector like contractors I saw in the civil service that were like basically getting promoted before I was. So before I even became an entrepreneur, I became a contractor. And then after that, I was like, actually, I want to just leave the whole system and become an entrepreneur. And that's what prompted me because I was like, I was grafting hard, doing all the stuff, but people at all levels were coming in as contractors and still getting paid more than me when I was like, this is just not right. So that drove me basically.
And you thought like, no, this is not it anymore.
Yeah.
This is not it. No, I get that. I work for the civil service, but I feel like I need to come out of it slowly because I'm still in that weird place where the comfort is comforting, but I don't want to feel too comfortable. I want to be a little bit uncomfortable because I feel that when you're in that discomfort, you're more ambitious to do better for yourself rather than just, you know, I guess level or like kind of crutching onto your role, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of half and half, but I feel like it helps me where I am right now. There was something I wanted to ask you in regards to neurodiversity, and you're an advocate for neurodiversity on your LinkedIn. I've seen. Do you feel that is something that people should embrace on LinkedIn more, or should they shy away from that? Because in some places, many organizations do champion neurodiversity, but others are more like there's a kind of stigma around it. What are your kind of views on that? Because I champion neurodiversity. I'm very proud to be neurodivergent. And funny enough, obviously, before this podcast came, this is a typical neurodivergent thing. You know, we have this thing called time blindness, and that's why I was really chilled out about the fact you came late, but I was just calling you to find where you were. But, like, we have this thing called time blindness because I have ADHD and I also have dyslexia, and we think that we're supposed to be at a place at a particular time, but we don't realize that we haven't actually measured our times correctly. We end up so Akuya came late, but you know what? You're forgiven. It's okay. She came late to this podcast, but the fact that she's coming up with gems just shows the ADHD in her. Yeah,
I'll take that.
That she's just coming up with information without even thinking about it too much, and that just goes to show that this is why sometimes people might look at a neurodiverse condition and see it as, oh, this person's an inconvenience, but actually when the value and the gems that the person comes out with, it can be an amazing asset to an organization and company, and that's just a perfect example of that. So we've got to learn to embrace that. For me, I embraced my neurodiverse condition, and I've got to learn to embrace neurodiversity because yes, people come with negatives, but there also is positive to that. And yeah, I want you to kind of talk on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a triple-edged sword. So it's not a one-size-fits-all with this situation here. So like, I obviously want everyone to be in an organization where it's safe and it's welcoming and they are set up and have the resources and the support in place to do so. But sadly, we know that actually there's still, in some organizations, it's not all there. So I think you really have to be like discerning about your own particular organization and where you are now, and decide like, are the people in my organization like really truly like in line with supporting university? If that's a yes, great. If they're not, then protect yourself. Don't unnecessarily harm yourself. I would say instead, if you're in a place where like it's not safe, join communities. Be in community and get that support, but don't seek it from work because it's clearly harmful. Don't do that, folks.
No, I love that. I wanted to ask you one more question. And what one piece of advice would you give your younger self actually, when it comes to building confidence in your career? So think about yourself, okay, like I guess 10 years ago, and you're talking to that person, Akuya, younger Akuya. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're winding up, but
Yeah.
younger Akuya. Tell us what you'll tell your younger self.
Uh, I would say that your voice really does matter. Don't be the silent person because that's been a real struggle. You know, being black, neurodivergent, left-handed, all the rest of it. There's been like a real tendency just to want to hide and just to not want to be seen, but that never does you any favors. I would say use your voice, grow that muscle, practice. You know, role play, do what you have to do, but speak up.
Okay, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I know we had a short episode, but I really enjoyed your time here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Thank you. Is the other guest here now? Okay, right.
Wait, you doing two in one day? Wow, you're
No, this is not mine. This is someone else's client. Yeah. So yeah. Is that okay? Okay. Thank you. So I thought you knew this was a proper studio that was.
I was like, okay, this is nice. Okay, great. But I didn't think like cameras, like lights.
Yeah. If you didn't know, I could have done it on Zoom, you know, or
No.
Riverside.
Because I thought I was going to be looking out to the river and be like, you know, that's what I had in my mind.
No, thank you for coming, even though it was a bit of a rough
No,
journey
it's
for you
cool.
to come, but it's okay. You gave a lot of.
I think
value.
even it's short and sweet, like because like I knew I just had to give the girl. I just gave the girl because like you know, sometimes you don't actually need a long time. Sometimes you just need like just to be focused about the questions that you ask and just to be like yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have talked for longer, but like, I think that the questions that you asked me like were pretty like you know expansive and gave people like who needed it, encouragement and support. You know,
Oh, there's one thing I've got to ask. Can I just can you add one more thing for me, please? I'm really sorry. Where to find you?
all right,
That's
okay.
it. And then sorry. And then that's it. I'm really sorry. He's like he's been so nice. Like he's always.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Just the last bit, and then I'm.
Oh,
done.
actually, can you actually look at my profile? Tell me what my links. I think it's make your profile visible or something. Because I always forget.
Your LinkedIn is about.
No. What's the link?
What do you mean the link?
So if you go on, are you on LinkedIn?
I'm on LinkedIn. I just turned my link to because I don't my phone to ring. I put it on airplane mode. Let me take it off quickly because I'm always scared that the phone will ring.
Yeah.
Let me just put it-
You
Yeah.
Just go into the app. 1 second. No, just give us a second.
because we rushed it. I was like, normally I just okay. Let me just.
Um,
Even if we don't have it, I'll just find your.
I think-
profile.
okay. Where's the Do you know where the like the
Do you want me to send it to you?
no, like what's up? Okay, yes, and then do you have me?
No, I don't. Let me find you. It's not here. Because I just messaged you. Let me.
I think it's make your profile visible. I want to be sure that it gives us the right link.
Oh, I don't know. Send profile message. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. How do I? Do you want me to send your profile to you?
Yeah.
Okay, right. because I put my phone on airplane mode because I'm always worried about the phone.
Okay, you can send me that on WhatsApp.
I sent it to you via normal text message.
Oh, normal text.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So it is make your profile stand up.
Okay, let's just do that last bit and just ask people.
That's where you find me.
Okay.
Might even search my name, but that is the actual link.
And I'll put it in the show notes
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, can we record this?
You're ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Akuya, how can we find you?
Obviously on LinkedIn. My link is actually make your profile visible, but just search for Akua Kant, EKUA, and then Kant, CANT.
Okay, thank you so much, Akuya. Thank you for coming to
Thank
Divine
you.
Enigma.
Woo!
Okay, that's it.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much for your
Thank you so much for your patience. Really appreciate that.
I remember the first time I did my pod, you came with my mum. My mum was here.
Oh.
Yeah. And she really liked it here because she was
Yeah.
like, oh, she doesn't like the camera, but here's so
Yeah.
like calming and
Yeah.
chilled. So she was like, she was so comfortable just talking. My
Yeah.
podcast is on my mum on YouTube, so you can watch my
Oh my
mum's
gosh,
episode.
right.
But
Okay.
she really enjoyed it. Like she talked about her like knowing that she was dyslexic and dyspraxic
Really?
when she was much older, and just being
Ah.
really like open about talking about her neurodiverse condition.
Wow.
And
That's not common in our community.
yeah. But my mum's in her 60s.
Yeah.
And she, like, for the first time, she was open. Like, yeah, I have. These are
Yeah.
the things I had. I found out when I was, because she found out very late. She found out when she was in her 50s.
Hmm.
She found out she was neurodivergent,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes sense. That I talked about it with her, and it was really nice episode.
Yeah.
She really liked it here. It was
Mm.
really chilled, and yeah, I keep forgetting your name. I'm really sorry. Hello.
Oh, sorry,
Kamari, that's it. Because I always get Kamari, yeah. Kamari
Kamari,
was
okay.
there with my mum, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So, yeah, it was really nice. And then my husband's been here as well. So, I've got another episode coming up soon.
So how often do you come to the studio?
Maybe once a month.
Ah.
I'm trying to
okay.
get, like, bulk guests
Yeah.
to come in. But most of my episodes I've done have been either on Zoom or
Yeah.
Riverside, which is what I use.
Ah. Okay.
Riverside's
okay.
better because you get better quality.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
when recording podcasts, but the best are like when you do it in person because
Yeah.
you've got every angle coming.
Yeah.
You've got someone doing all the stuff. for you, and all you got to do is just edit it. And
Yeah.
you're good to go. So
Oh, that's
I've
good.
I've interviewed Marcia as well.
Oh yes.
The black
yes.
the black dyslexic,
Dyslexic.
and I've
Have
met
you interviewed Timmy?
and to me,
Yeah.
and to me as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, I'm just trying to build it up as much as I can. This is like my little passion project on the side. So yeah.
Nice, nice. And so, what else are you doing like outside of the work that you're doing? Are you doing any like side projects, or you're focusing on the work?
Just a podcast. The podcast
Well,
in itself
well,
is a lot.
It's actually quite a lot, to be fair. Yes. Yeah.
So I don't want to do too many things. Otherwise,
Yeah.
my brain will be split in
Yeah.
100 million areas, which it is already. But like, you must understand. But yeah, my brain's always split. But the podcast is what I'm focusing my attention on and trying to grow that and get more attention on that as well. So yeah.
But do you like have like a newsletter that you send it out in or something?
do I have what?
Like a newsletter that you send it out in.
What do I do? in
How
terms of-
how do people like find it, or how they like subscribe to it?
It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's on
Yeah.
Apple. It's on everything. And then I've got all of my stuff on Instagram.
Okay. But you could have like a link tree.
I have a link tree as well. So it's all
Is that also on your LinkedIn?
It's not on my LinkedIn, no. But I should put it on my LinkedIn.
You should put it on your
shouldn't I?
LinkedIn.
Yeah, you're telling
Yeah.
me off now.
Exactly.
I haven't put anything on my. Do you know what? I'm very scared of. This is what I want to talk. I'm scared of LinkedIn. I don't know what. I'm not.
Fear.
I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing properly.
Yeah.
I know there's things you can do to optimize it, but
Yeah.
I'm still learning. So I feel more comfortable on things like Instagram. Yeah, Instagram and like TikTok I've just put on, but I've like the LinkedIn because I feel like professionals are looking at it. Am I doing it correctly? So I'm always a bit funny about LinkedIn, which I need to probably get over that in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I find with LinkedIn. And you're probably telling me you should get on LinkedIn. People say get on LinkedIn. That's where you
No,
find
like
everything.
seriously, like it's the gold mine. Like you need to be on LinkedIn and like just put whatever your issue is aside, and know that there's 1 billion people on there, so no one's seeing you all the time. Like it's a sea. But the point is that you need to like have your like lane actually like having stuff that's attracting opportunities to you. And if you're being like just dormant, there's nothing that's going to come to you. You have to attract the stuff. So it means you have to like post and you have to be like networking and stuff. Like it's more like the richness of LinkedIn is about actually more than just the posting. It's really more about you reaching out to the people and you actually speaking to people and like having those conversations. And additionally, then more stuff comes to you. So it's not just simply the case of optimizing your profile and like posting. It's actually about, it's quite funny, the people to people connections on LinkedIn is actually what really makes it work.
Oh.
I know this sounds strange, but
Yeah, maybe I should